Alright, that works. Let's see. That's good. Good. Day 11, people. Day 11. I have not edited this in a few days. Ah, looks better. Okay. Welcome in. How's it going, Underhive? How's it going, Tugbobo? Walk was good. The comment in the red ones. Oh, I'm not doing any of those conversions at the moment. Currently just painting up the whole box. I have some plans to see how the boys get bashed with some of the other options once I've finished painting all of this. I'm thinking some of the boy kits without much work would be able to swap out some arms for possibly the commandos, or some of the old Shuda arms and stuff like that. Yeah, the stuff like that. I think it's going to be reasonable for some kit bashing. I haven't actually done any of it because first I have to finish painting all of Armageddon. Gotta do it once the right way before kit bashing, right? So, that's the plan. Let's see. So today I'm going to continue working on the Pain Boy and Little Grot. Grot Assistant. I got the first layers done yesterday, and I have a ways to go still. Let's see. Let's start with some green. 83 stream streak. Nice. Thank you for the raid. It's always during my ads, isn't it? But yeah, if you can see me, hi. Yeah, sand yellow. Actually, yeah, that would work. I'm just trying to get some colors prepared, taking them up. I want. I'm gonna do red for the weapon, or not the weapon, tool. Hello. How is everyone doing today? Hello. How is everyone today? Something got in the way, huh? So that means I don't need this have... Yeah, I don't have to have this on the desk now. Good. Alright. Yep, good. See, I remembered to remind you. Aha. On the tugboat now, painting out a mixed 20-man unit. Nice. Okay, that is a very cool mixed unit. I'm all for it. Like, out of my army, I'm eventually gonna have like 200 boys, and they're all from different generations. Just because, you know? They'll all be that way? That's cool. How's it going, Painty Paint Paints? Is it badgered? It's badgered, 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 badgered. Yes. Very badgered. Why is focus not playing today? Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Trapdoor!
Trogdor was a man. I mean, he was a dragon man. I mean, he was just a dragon. But he was still Trogdor! Burninating the countryside, burninating the peasants, burninating all the people in the thatched roof cottages! Thatched roof cottages! And the Trogdor comes in the night!
Trogdor's so fun. I only have three named orcs in my collection. Not like officially named, but named by me. So we have Big Red, the Big Mech Docker rig I just painted. We have Orc and Beans. And they have different skin colors. The Orc is super bright pink, nearing a white, and Beans is a very reddish brown color. And during Crusade games, they are the leaders, even though they're not the knobs, they're the leaders of my boy squads. They were the first two orcs I ever painted. So how is everyone today? Having a good day? I'm doing alright. Today was a little bit better than yesterday. Getting back into the groove of normal life. Still very happy to be back painting. So much better. But getting to be creative is so much better than not getting to. Yeah. Just working on the Pain Boy skin. Um, I already have the next model ready to go on the desk because I don't think this is going to take 3 hours to paint. And if we can get the first layer or two done on the captain, that'll be a good thing. So, but I'm also not going to rush through this. If it takes 3 hours, it takes 3 hours. Ooh. Like holding things in the right spots or something different than that. Hmm. Are you using super glue or plastic glue or what? Different options for suggestions depending on that. Like, I don't use it yet. But something like this might work. You just use two little clamps, set them to where you need them, glue, and then push them together. That might work. Yeah, so something like that, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna be sad when I have to actually start wearing magnifiers of some sort. It'll happen eventually. I'm already feeling the age come on when I see their new Munitorum Field Manual is a website, not a PDF download. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hello, hello. Well, that's way more than what I'm talking about. Like, having all of the rules and everything on an app is... Ugh. I'm talking about just list building. Having it be... Having that be not a downloadable PDF, but a website. Feels a little bit more to take care of. But of course you can just go over and print each website over into a PDF. Yeah, it's a decent size today. Hope everyone's having a good time. So much work to paint, you know? If you can't memorize it, then you can't use it as a rule. Just tells me that I should just run 120 Orc Boys, 3 Pain Boys, and not care about anything else. Yep. I went through the MFM for my orcs today, and I wrote down the actual values on my spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet then told me that I have... Guess how many points of orcs in my collection? I'm not there yet, Underhive. I'm not there yet. Would have been funny, but I'm not. And that includes everything that I haven't built and painted yet, too. It's just a total count. Some of the models aren't even capable of being run together because I have more than fieldable numbers. But the number is 8,700 points. Yeah. So the WA has gotten a lot larger in the last month between Armageddon and a couple of other things that I picked up. Yeah, and I have whole sections of the army that I don't have anything of. Like, I don't have any kill rigs. I don't have a Gorkanaut or a Morkanaut. I don't have any of the Breakaboys or Tank Bustas. Like, there's actually... I don't have any Killicans or Meganobs. And we're already at almost 9,000 points. So, I could see it eventually getting into the 10,000, 12,000 range. Not gonna do it until I've gotten more of it painted. I'm not gonna just jump on everything, but if I happen to see a good deal on them, I am probably going to have it rival my Tyrannid army, which I also did the points value of, and it has officially gone over 13,000 points. Even with the point drops. So... it's kind of wild. Yeah. And Radical, I already have over 40,000 points of 40k. Yeah, I mean, 15 years of collecting, it does add to a lot. 13,000 points aside. Ooh. If I work on things for the next couple of years on those two armies, I might be able to get to that point. Before... you know what? No. That's our goal. You can write it down. Or clip it, or whatever. The first battle of 12th edition. No, never mind. Hold on. The last battle of 11th edition will be 12,000 points of Tyranids versus 12,000 points of Orcs. Because we don't know how 12th edition is going to actually roll out, so... that gives me 3 years to paint both of those armies. I think I can do it. It also requires me to buy another 5,000 points of orcs. Oh no, or no, 3,000? 5,000. Yeah, just buy 5,000 more. Even if it's the end of the 12th edition? Nah, that's true. I would want to do the first game of 12th being smaller in scale so I can learn. But yeah, by the end of 11th or early 12th, 12,000 points aside, orcs versus Tyranids. That sounds amazing. Thank you. Yeah, if I buy kill cans, if I buy mega knobs, the kill rigs would help. I don't have a battle wagon. Technically, I don't have an official truck either. I hit bashed mine into uh um mech guns. And I don't actually have a truck right now. Hello, Haunted. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to fit it all on this game table, no. But I think that would be a fun thing to try. I mean, even if it's something I had to floor hammer. I could floor hammer in here. I mean, if that's a 4x6 table, I own 5 mats, so if I put them all down on the floor, I could probably play it in here. Yeah, that's a reasonable thing. Sure, why not? I've got a few years to figure it out, how I'm gonna do it. Gotta get everything painted first. Oh, I'm sure I already have enough terrain for that. Never have too much terrain, though. Could always use more. I have a Stompa, and I have a Kitbashed Stompa, named Rolla. Hello. Third Stompa to boost points? Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I'd rather look into Gorkanauts and Morganauts. Things that I don't already have several of. Yes. Yes, 13 more painted. I got the intercessors and eradicators done to the point where I need to seal them so I can do decals and washes. I finished those last night. I started working on the Pain Boy and brought Assistant. And if all goes well, I'll have these two done tonight. And then move on to the Captain. That's gonna need a couple of layers of orange before anything else. So, while we're waiting, what color am I gonna do the cloak? If the marine is orange, should I do... I'm almost thinking like a mid to dark purple. Oh wait, I know. The mulled berry. The color, no, not green. But I'm using mulled berry for the purity seals. I could do something like that. I'm not doing checkers on a cloak like that. I could do something like blue-violet. I don't know. We're not there yet. I have wine red. Have just a hilarious time and paint it deep purple. Dragon blood is an interesting color, but it's very dark. It actually comes out really dark. There's a lot of options. That's where I'm coming from. That's where it ends up being. There's a ton of options. But I'm thinking if they're mostly orange marines, it needs to be something on the darker scale rather than brighter. So, but I gotta get through these first, so I'm not that worried about it right this moment. It's a cloak. I think gold would take away from the orange. I could do some details, like I could work on the shield. The shield could have a little bit of gold. But you have to remember, this is the color scheme I have going on. So I'd want something that stands out from this. And I know I have some black and yellow hazard stripe stuff on chain swords and stuff. But Thank you. Blurple. Blurple could be fun. If I wasn't as organized as I was, this room would be an extreme downside to painting. Having it nice and organized definitely helps it be more reasonable. It's a pile of potential and not a pile of shame so much because of that. I know where I can look for finding things that I need to, and because it is a large collection, it's not an immediate thing even with organization. But different projects are in different areas, and really nice to just be able to go, okay, I'm gonna work with the Voton today. That is those three piles right, well, here, let me see, camera. Those three right there are the Voton. Tyranids are from there all the way to there. There. This whole top row. And a few all the way down to the bottom that aren't built. Hello, Cobalt. I'm doing alright. Just working on the Pain Boy and Grot Assistant right now. I have the Space Marine Captain prepped and ready to go for when I get this done. Ooh. Pre-painted minis are... I mean, depending on if you know what you're looking for, you can sometimes find decent deals on eBay. I don't know. I've seen some things on like Marketplace as well. I prefer to paint all of my models myself, so how was the push fit? A lot better than previous push fits. I still snipped the little extra bits at an angle so that they would slide all the way in, and I did glue on a lot of it. Actually, I can show an example. Let me get the screen down and I can actually show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So when I deal with push fit, I don't always follow exactly. So I knew that the backpack would need to be able to be removed so I could actually get to the back. You can see where the primer didn't hit. But I actually snip the peg at an angle so that it'll actually go all the way in. And I can actually glue it in. So when I get this painted, I can push this in and actually have that seam go away. The arm, well, the shield, is also just waiting, but it goes together pretty easy. And sometimes it's just easier to keep stuff like that, but I'll snip the pegs a little bit down and then I'll put glue. And so most of it is actually glued in, but this will be able to get pushed in all the way because it has a little bit less. Oh, I am painting them as Covenant of Fire. This is my test model. from before, but it's a Salamander's successor chapter, and I'm gonna just use the Salamander decals. No, it is a official successor chapter to the Salamanders. It is a Primaris only successor. And honestly, I really liked the idea of painting orange Space Marines, because how often do you see orange Marines on the table? And also, my Salamander force that I have is actually painted as Legion of the Damned. So these two will be on the table together. Yours are actually orange? Nice. Yeah, it's not something I normally see, so... The green I was gonna use. Oh, not... No, that's not it. Yellow. Right. Oh, are you asking Cobalt? Which chapter are you doing? The Orange Marines. Tigers of Theta? Okay. This brush is extremely soft. No, orange is not very often the color that you see on the table, and I like the idea of doing something more vibrant. This year has definitely been more vibrant paint schemes than I'm used to painting. Between the Leagues of Votann and the Space Marines from Armageddon, I'm really going much brighter than I used to. It's actually kind of refreshing. Oh, and then yeah, the Marvel Crisis Protocol, they're getting brighter as well. Yeah, it's actually kind of wild. Yeah, Tau got away from it, and then it kind of just faded away. The Votann have some. My scheme is based on Neon Genesis Evangelion and the movies. Yeah, the BattleTech versus Marvel Crisis Protocol companions, yeah. Yeah, that's been fun. But no, I've definitely been getting brighter in my schemes lately, and I like that. Um, too much of the time, people paint too dark. For, like, I have a ton of lights around me, and, my dark angels are this bright. That's how bright my dark angels are. Like, that's a big difference. Yeah. Um. Hey, Wall. Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. I was just saying how much brighter my color schemes have been getting. Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. It's been nice getting into the more vibrant color schemes lately. Yeah. So how is everyone? From the raid? I was enjoying hanging out over there an hour ago before I had to go live, so... Anything crazy happened since I left? Cool, cool, cool. I missed the showing off the plane, I guess. Yeah, I'm 64 hours in now. Since an hour has passed. And still going strong. I'm hoping to get this done before the end of next month at the latest. And if I can, I'm going to try to do it in under a month total. That's my kind of my stretch goal. We're on day 11, so can I do it in another 20 days or less, Maybe? I have to be happy with each paint job before I move on to the next, so... Thank you, Stank Shop. How have you been? There's a lot of models in this box. And AWOL, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the core, because I have considered getting into it, and I like seeing someone I seen hobby before go through a kit and actually get more info on it. Like, the fact that it's 3 bodies per sprue, actually something I didn't really think about before that. So, they're going to be great once they're primed. But yeah, 3 bodies is a little bit low. Like, most of their stuff I see is a full sprue, like you were saying, instead of the halves, and that's an interesting decision. Alright. Thanks for the raid. I'll catch you later. Mm-hmm. My keyboard battery is going out. So, after stream, I'll probably swap those batteries out. Huh. Normal time. Normal Eastern, 7 o'clock. And Thursday might be an interesting one. Thinking I might have to start a few minutes late. Yeah, you like it. The nice calming way to wind down for the day. You know that. But yeah, Thursday might have to be a little bit later than normal, which, you know. I'll try to make it as close to the normal time as possible, but I can't guarantee it'll be on time. The Badger is never late. He is always on time. He always streams when he's meant to, right? Yes. There we go. Yeah. I don't know if that'll mean that it'll be a 3-hour stream going later in the night, or if it'll be just a shorter stream starting a little bit late. But I guess we'll find out in a day and a half, or 2 days from now, right? Yep. But the works are going good. But whatever I don't do on Thursday, I am gonna try to start a little bit earlier on Friday, because if we're going through 20 boys on the weekend, extra time to get that started, probably not a bad idea. I have some fireworks, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's gonna be another crazy, crazy weekend. It's like it took me 16 hours, or no, 17 hours to paint 10 intercessors with highlighting. Can I paint 20 orc boys in a weekend? Ah. Just a little bit of an insane challenge, right? Well, if I get the Painboy and Rod Assistant done today, I'll go to 26. If I get the captain done, I go to 27. That means if I get the 20 orc boys done over the weekend, I'll be at 47 models out of 61. And one more is already partly done. So that's that would be a good portion of it done. I'd have what, 14 more? 9 of which are characters or vehicles? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, after the weekend, not even a third of the way to go. So, that's the goal. Do I think that is bright enough? Let's see. Is that orc skin bright enough? I think for now. Until I get the rest of it done, I think that's fine. Which bit? What? Oh, yeah. For now, I think that's good. We'll see how the rest of the model goes, and then go from there. I mean, I still have some of the other pieces that aren't even done yet, so... Yeah, I'm going for more cartoony than realistic in the orc themes. So oh, that is so yellow. Yeah, I mean, that's why I added a tiny bit of the moon yellow into the wild green for the flesh tone. Like, I highlighted with a fairly strong yellow. I mean, it didn't mix very dark, or very bright, but... Alright. There we go. 3 warm colors of a cool color. Yeah, MPM, I know you came in from AWOL's raid. I was over there hanging out with you before I went streaming. Hi! Let's see. I think that's too bright, what I was doing. So I'll use this. Yep. Hi, MPM. How's it going? Ooh, the Land Raider. Oof. Yeah, I was saying, is this bright enough for now for the skin tones? Yeah. I figured if I needed to highlight brighter, I could afterwards, but it would be good to get all the other colors done first. So. This brush does not like me, though. Two for two so far? Yep. Yep. I mean, there's something to be said about the Dark Angels. They're the ones that have the green wing, followed by the Terminators with like a bone white color, and the Raven wing that's all black. They usually have red casings on their weapons, though. Um, Blood Angels are usually the color of my shoulder pads and knee pads on my Blood Angels. That's actually Mephiston red. I went with a really dark scheme otherwise. Yeah. First psychos made by the Emperor, yep. Oh, you mean the Thunder Warriors? I'm making a joke. He did create them. He also created the Custodes before the Space Marines. I mean, there have been several purges, really, if you think about it. And each of them have different reasons, but it seems almost like, you know, none of them are supposed to last forever for some reason, you know? Yep. Yep. Timers. It does feel weird painting in texture. That does feel a little bit backwards. I mean, better to implant a timer than a little icon saying, "Hey, by the way, it's time." If you're gonna make it go away after a certain amount of time, you might as well just have it go poof. It's time. Badgers run. Yes. This is definitely the right time to test out new techniques and attempt things, right? There's never a wrong time for it, right? I figured I'd attempt to make like a canvas look. The brush isn't really playing very nice. Some of the lines are a little bit thicker than I want them to be, but But it's all about just having some fun. Get some paint on a model. I'm actually gonna... Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Sounds cool. And now I'm gonna make it even more vibrant. Not the part that I was just painting. And I just took... Yeah, this is right. Uh-huh. I just swapped my water cups, even though I'm not actually painting the metals. I'm painting an area of metal, but I'm painting them red. Okay. Alright, mustache. And now I'm making it more orc. And nice. I calculated the force I have with Armageddon added to it for my Covenant of Fire, and it looks like it's a 3,020 point list. So I will have plenty to feel different ways. Because why ever just build 2,000 points, right? But I gotta finish Armageddon before I do anything else for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to the MFM today and redid 3 of my armies. I did the Tyranids, the Orcs, and the Space Marine Covenant of Fire. And so I have the actual 11th edition points at the moment put in my spreadsheet. Whereas the rest of the armies I haven't updated yet. I figured I'd give it until the next change, and then I'd look at that. Okay, new recruit, yep. But yeah, I've not had Primaris vehicles before, so I just purchased some not too long ago, and they're gonna be painted up in the scheme I have for this force. Because why not? There's a copy button. Oh, like the share? I got distracted. Okay. Ooh. All right. 5.3 Cave Marine, 6 Tyranids, PAG. Some 571 models. Woohoo. Yep. Yeah, I feel you there. I do not have all of them. But I get what you mean. I think I'm actually at the point where I want to take 2 or 3 of the armies that I haven't actually gotten around to working on and trade them, sell them, whatever, to put the money back into the ones that I have been working on. Because I think I went a little bit too wide and not as deep as I'd like to on some of the armies. So I think that would be a good thing. Yeah. Alright, and here's where I kind of get nervous. No, I'm gonna do a different color. That's what it is. Will I regret this decision? Find out in about 30 seconds. Alright. Then I take this. There are actually spots on this model that I haven't actually started painting, and they're next to things that I've already finished. Whatever. Alright. Yep. It feels good to be painting. Alright. That's not focused. Not holding up. There we go. So yep, still not done, but getting there. Got some details in. Still have a few of the pieces of metal to do. Need to probably do a little bit more something with the mask. A little too bright, or still kind of flat. Need to pick out the metal on the hose. Gotta do the left hook leg. Hello again. I'm just seeing what needs to still be done. I haven't done anything for the head. The, like, little surgical thing. I'm gonna paint that light blue. How's the mustache doing? Yeah, fair enough. Nice. Always fun. Thank you. It's been very fun working through it. Um, I knew I wanted to try to prioritize it over all of the other things that I was working on, so that's what I've done for the last 11 days. Um, and it can be a lot of work. There's a lot of minis in this box. Yeah. I mean, that's still working on the hobby, you know? It doesn't matter what you're doing so long as you're having fun with it. Things will be there when you're ready to get to them. I just knew personally that I didn't want another launch box to be stuck in my pile of potential for years and years and years. And so I've prioritized getting it done. I mean, I'm not even going to count, at least a dozen launch boxes in my collection. And I have fully completed 2 of them. One of which was because I did a thing similar where I did box to battle ready daily streams until it's done. That was my Scaventide box 2 years ago. I then finished the Dark Vengeance box set with Dark Angels and Chaos about a year ago. After having it in my collection for, what would that have been, like 14 years? 13, 14 years after I got it. I finally finished one. So I do have a Tyranid half of Leviathan done. But that's the whole purpose of this challenge, isn't for trying to get it done in any certain speed or anything like that. It's just everything is done on stream except for the priming and any like varnishing I have to do. And I'm keeping track of the number of days and how far I'm in and number of hours, and everything is on stream. So, is it taking a while? Yes. Am I happy with my results so far? Absolutely. Yep. Still have Cultist Hellbrute chosen. Yep. Yep. And I bought one for 6th edition and one for 7th, and I've got one painted up so far. And that was last year. And, you know, I've had so many launch boxes and they haven't gotten completed. And it's time to do that. Launch boxes are meant to be actually used. Like, if you're buying them, you need to get them eventually to the right spot. So, the intent is get through the launch box that just released so that you don't feel bad about having it. And, well, not that I would feel bad about having it, but I want to be able to play it. That's the reason I bought it. So, Do I have... I do have a dry blood effects. Aha! If I'm painting dry blood on this stuff anyway, I might as well use some. I've not used this effects paint before, so we'll see how it looks. Came out of the bottle a little weird. Huh, okay. We'll see how that dries. Yes. Yep. Haven't used it before, so I just figured why not? I mean, I've already added splotches of dry, so... How's the consistency of ketchup? Yeah, it has some odd consistency to it, yeah. I think I immediately just thinned it down a little bit, so... But I could see that, yeah. Oh, I'm not using a lot of water. I naturally, when I'm taking paint on the palette, I'll take a tiny little bit of water on the brush and feather it out a little bit. So it's naturally a little bit thinner. But I'm also painting it on like splotches that I've already done 2 colors on, so... I don't know. I mean, why not? Outriders are getting a new multi-part model kit. They're not the push fit that they were, but I don't really see much in the way of actual like unique sculpt there. They're just I don't know. I'm not really feeling them. Okay, this paint is not coming out. Yeah, and they had a pretty large seam line right down the middle. Yeah, how long ago did Pro Acryl change their bottle tops from this type to the new type? This is probably a fairly old container. Just saying. Yeah, this is how they used to have them. That is going all over my model. I think I thinned it too much. Also, hi Spoon. Solvix, welcome in. I'm rewatching Neon Genesis Evangelion lately. So when I'm not painting, I'm usually watching an episode or two of that per day. Been a while since I'd watched it, so I felt like going through and doing it again was a good idea. Yeah, spending most of my time painting. Getting a little bit of extra free time here and there to watch something like that. Not much going on beyond that. I watched the movies not too long ago, so I'm trying to go through and watch the TV again because it is a different story. Doesn't mean I won't go back and watch the movies again, but it's not the current plan. Yeah. Alright, I want to get a little bit of the metals done. Let's do... Well, I don't have any death metal on here. Let's do death metal. But yeah, it makes sense to... I mean, I wanted the... yeah. I wanted to get that story again. The movies go heavily into the angels and kind of just go, whatever. We don't need the instrumentality. And I kind of wanted to watch that one, so... I like that you have the option to watch two different stories. You know? Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing your Tau Force getting built. It might inspire me to work on my Tau again. I know, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah. It's part of the fun. I inspire you, you inspire me. I need that. There aren't enough different colors on this, but I'm not gonna... I don't know what to do to actually make it better. Kinda... I forgot that I was working with metals, and now I'm doing other things. Oh no. Yeah. What new Tau did you get? I know you've already told me, but How's it going, Flag? I'm just working slowly through these two models. I'm pretty sure I'll finish it before tonight is over. They're looking decent. They need a little bit more work. But it's all detail stuff now. Time for some dark gunmetal and brassy brass. I haven't seen that. I should probably actually open it. Have it for later. It sounds, based on what you've said, it sounds like I need to read it. Hey. Kiddo, how's it going? Just trying to get my Pain Boy and Grot Orderly painted up today. Welcome in, Combat Calico. Just a fun little challenge of painting up 61 models without taking a day's break from streaming. So far, day 11 is going pretty smooth. Beef fried rice and watching a Tekken tournament? That sounds fun. I'm excited that when I change the number to 66 hours in at the end of the night, the painted is going to be 26. That feels great. It's been a long process already, but I've enjoyed all of it. And still going strong. We'll see if I start burning out around 100 hours in. Probably... Let's see, at the current rate... I mean, you know... It took 16 hours to build the 61 models inside. And since then, I've been painting. But no, at the current rate, I expect 100 hours to be around... Let's see. Oh, no, I need to do math. Honestly, just about a week from now. I'll be at about 100 hours this time next week, is the estimate. If it isn't Tuesday night, it'll probably be Wednesday night next week that I'll hit 100 hours. Just thinking that is a bit extreme. Maybe not. I might be overestimating the time. It'll be sometime next week. That'll actually hit 100 hours into the process. Feels kind of wild thinking that. But if I didn't put the time in, it would probably end up sitting in the collection for years and years and years and not getting done. So sometimes you just need to take that time and get that box done. Yeah, just going back and forth until I like where everything is. Color-wise, detail-wise. Started this set of 2 models, what, an hour and a half in the last night's stream. So it's gonna take me 4.5 hours to paint 2 models. So, yeah, not that bad. Evening, Edward. How's it been? I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, I do appreciate it. Um kind of wild getting nearly what, we're 66 hours in almost, and these guys are getting very close to being done. There's still a few more details I'm working on, but they're getting there. And daily streams until the whole box is done. And I haven't even started with the basing or anything, but painted doesn't count. Different, you know. But yeah, I think I need to add a little bit of a wash in a couple of locations, some of the recesses. So, gonna do that next. Honestly, just gonna use the all red instead of a black. Cool. Always cool to see things being used by people who actually want them, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But, you know, why not both? Both is also an acceptable thing. Okay, fine. I can at least say I've completed a combat patrol of Votan. Let's not focus. I keep doing that. Alright. Anything seem out of place? Oh, that's what I needed to do. There was one more thing. Okay. No, that's not mixing. Where is it? Hooray! There needed to be something in the tube to inject, right? Just painted your first mini. Sweet. Yeah, there we go. Needed something fluid like in that. There we go. I have to look at that. Hello. How are you today? Oh, nice. Looking good. Whew. I know I'm out of focus. I have it focused up here so I can show off the models. So, I think they're good. I think these two are ready to go into the painted category. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. We're changing that. Models painted. 26. 66 hours in, though. Ugh. 66 hours in. Yeah, almost halfway done painting. I actually still have another 15 minutes, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep painting. Yeah, I can't stop if I have another 10 minutes. Are you kidding? This is the next one. It's the captain. So if we're gonna be painting him orange, it makes sense to get at least the first color down, right? First base. Paint. Takes 2 or 3 coats to get him that right violent, yeah. That's, wow. Hydrate the badger. Vibrant. There we go. Saying violent when I'm supposed to.
Me, sir?
Yeah, speak to me.
I just said if you would care to order drinks.
Drinks! That was it! See what you miss if you don't stay alert?
If the
Thank
lady and
you.
gentlemen would care to take drinks
More
before
tea.
Ah, great!
and the universe will explode later for your pleasure.
Hey, what?
What sort of drinks do you serve here?
Especially since some of this doesn't even have primer down. Yeah, if I have 3 solid hours tomorrow, all for the captain, that should be a good amount of time. I might not finish them, but I'll have a good start to it. Yeah, 15 minutes left. Let's see. He would have details in orange on his head, but not these ones. Ooh, we're gonna have another option to do yellow and black hazards. Yay. Something to look forward to. Another detail. We also have the hair plume thing. We'll have to decide on that. Gonna do orange, or are we gonna do something different? I suppose it doesn't matter much about right this moment, being that we don't really have more time than just the orange going down. But it is good to know that I'm going to need several other detail colors picked out for tomorrow. Yeah, this is definitely shaping up as a fairly good challenge. I'm feeling good about the painting. It's consistently getting things done. I feel good swapping between models. Color schemes are going together pretty well. Even when I'm adding details like the hazard striping and the checkerboard on the Big Mac Docker rig, like all of these things are just, they're coming together. I'm pretty happy with it. That underbit is going to be a little bit harder to paint, because I'm pretty sure I glued him actually to the rocks. So I can't get under there by pulling him off the base. Oh well. Rock is too tactical. Well, his feet are partly molded, and I glued them in when I pushed them in. So... Gobble, gobble, gobble. I knew subassembling was going to be a thing that I'd need to do, so... Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what color I'm going to do this as well. There's a lot of details here that aren't on the other models, so... Options to add more detail and more color, or just new locations for the same color. Well, that works too. But yeah, it's been another good day of painting. Oh yeah? And then we'll also have to figure out how painting the shield tomorrow. But yeah, we've got... Let's see. We've got the little shield here. That'll probably be hazard. We've got the magnesium on the knee. We've got the other... I can't pronounce it. The Taruges or whatever. Whatever. Got this detail. We've got the plume. I could do that orange, I guess. I don't know. He's gonna have a lot of details, so... Sure, he'll take a good portion of tomorrow's stream, maybe into the next day. But it'll take however long it takes, right? Well, I'm almost done with the second coat of orange. That'll be good for it to dry overnight. Still gonna need to do more layers of this. I'm kind of thin with this, so... But, you know, 2 thin coats, right? Yeah. Yeah, badger. Alright. Yeah, this is a good starting spot for tomorrow. Everything. That I'm gonna have to paint. There's gonna be so many different areas and colors and I can clean up my desk before stream so I'm not surrounded by all the different paints. I can get just the Space Marine ones to the side so I don't have those were to the left of me. These were to the right. I was stuck right here in the middle of the desk with you. Okay. I'm getting a little beyond the normal level of wacky. So yeah. We're getting there. We're starting the next model and everything, and feels good. So, but it has been that 3-hour mark, so we're gonna go. Let's see. Yep, we're gonna go over here. So everyone, I hope you had a great evening. I'll be back again tomorrow to continue to work on the captain. And until the next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss. Good night, all.